What's up guys, AstroPenguin642 here, and as you may or may not know, I entered the Pre-Indie Game Jam, which is a game jam for students and starting out adults, and the gist of it is that you have 3 days to make a game by yourself or with a team, and I entered this, but I'm going to be showing 5 of my favorites from the game jam. So keep in mind, a lot of these were made by people who aren't extremely experienced, but there were a lot of cool games in this jam. And while I did like more than what I'll show in, this list, the 5 that I'll show in this list were my 5 favorites. So this one is Lyre by Bitforge. And as you can see, the gist of this game is to switch your color by touching other characters and getting to the end of the level by any means possible. So this game is really well executed. The platforming feels great. Some stuff like this is really impressive, especially in 3 days. Like, how you can't land on the top of this, but you can land up here. That's really impressive. It feels great. It plays great. The sound effects, there aren't that many of them, but they sound great. It's definitely one of my 5 favorites. But I do think the only issue I have with it, and this isn't even an issue with the game, it's just my silly personal opinion, I think that this game would be way better off as a puzzle platformer. And yeah, this isn't my game, so I don't get to choose, what goes on with it, but I think this game would be super cool if it was puzzle-based instead of, I guess, precision-based, because every level is beaten the exact same way, but I feel like it would be a lot cooler if there were, like, multiple of the characters that you could switch to, so you could kind of choose how you wanted to beat the level, and there were ways to get stuck and all that. This level is really good because it kind of baits you to go up there, but that's not what you're supposed to do. So the level design is really good, even if there's not that much to it. So yeah, it's a relatively short game, but it's actually pretty long for Game Jam standards. I'm probably just gonna freaking finish it right now. For what it is, it feels really great, and it's a good game. This might be the last level? Yeah. So, thanks everyone for watching the first segment. I'll move on to the next one. So, another one of my favorite games was Inky's Colorful Adventure, and essentially, this game is, you play as this, like, white ink thing, and your goal is to collect these colors that you can become, and each color gives you a different power. So, like, the first level, you can only be white, and you can't really do anything special with the white, but after you get the white, you unlock orange, and orange actually allows you to, it allows you to grasp onto other orange surfaces, which is really, really cool, and it also feels good too. So if I could actually beat the first level, I would show that. One thing I really like about this game is how the colors for each ability kind of correlate with what they do. Like, for instance, the red one lets you swim in lava, but also lets you shoot, which are very red-themed things. The blue one, or the Scion one, I guess is what it's called, lets you jump higher, which feels very Scion-themed. There are a few gropes I have with this game. Like, the art looks great, but I feel like the enemies could have been better. Maybe the animations for them. I feel like there are a few, like, sound effects that are a little messed up. Like, when you hold the one, it kind of does that, and you can get hit multiple times. But other than that, like, you can't really get mad at that kind of stuff because it was made in 3 days. You can't really get mad at anything that's made in 3 days. I really like this game. I like how it doesn't have the classic, like, jump on enemies to kill them, because it encourages you to actually shoot the enemies. So here's the first power. It's the orange one. Okay, so yeah, I'm just an idiot. It's all good. So yeah, you press the number to switch what you are, and you do that. So, like I said, this game's long, So I'm probably not going to show all of it right now, but you can definitely go download it for yourself. And there are only like 4 colors right now, but it's still like a pretty long game for what it is, because there are like multiple segments, but it reuses old concepts in new ways, which I think is really cool. Like, obviously this level is meant for, this level I'm playing right now is meant for showing you about the orange, but there are still levels in the future that utilize the orange. So that was Inky's Colorful Adventure, and I'll move on to the next game. So this is Neon Slice, and it's freaking awesome. So basically the gist of it is that you click to slice through things, and if you use the same color, if you chain through the same color, you get more points. It eventually gets a lot more complex, but yeah, like, one thing I really like about this is just the oh crap, I forgot that. One thing I really like about this is like the mid-level text. Like, it's really cool. Like, this part got me. It's like grid mode off, free move on, which is really funny. But yeah, obviously I could have comboed that better, but that's what this game is. You try to combo stuff. Like, for instance, I got more points from going back to the pink guys. Touching something instead of slicing it kills you, which I actually really like, because it forces you to you know, slice through something instead of touching it. And I've actually tried to get a really good score on this game, which is great, because it like encourages actually doing well. So yeah, you gotta slice through walls. You don't actually break the walls or anything. Also, this game's a lot easier the second time around, so you definitely get a hang for how it feels. It feels really good to play, actually. So yeah, the mid-level text is really charming. The music feels great. The visuals look really good. I'm going for pink right now. And the last level is freaking chaos. Like, it's hilarious. There we go. Awesome. Blue or yellow next? Let's go for blue. But yeah, that's what this game is. It has a lot of levels, so I'm not going to play all of it in this sitting. I don't really have many gropes about this one. Like, I just honestly wish it was longer. That's or had a leaderboard system, and I actually think they are doing a leaderboard system post-jam. But yeah, just more incentive to actually get points, and maybe like a timer as well, so you could, because I noticed myself kind of playing the game very defensively a lot of the time, like running away from enemies until they group up or whatever. And so a way to counter that is if there was like a timer, or if your score went down over time or something like that. One thing I really like is the number in the top that tells you how many you have left, but it would be nice if it told you where it was, because sometimes it's kind of hard to find. Yeah, so the game's just like, is it too easy? Alright, we'll do this. So this is really funny. But yeah, this level took me a long time the first time around, so I'm just gonna stop here. So that was Neon Slice. So now we have Spectrum Shift, and Spectrum Shift is definitely in my top 5. This game is really, really cool. It feels really polished. Music's great, visuals are great, and it just feels good too. I really like the theme. Basically, the gist of it is that you use WASD to move, space to shoot, J and L to switch color, and the same colors can damage each other, but different colors cannot. So if you're green, you can damage green people. If they're red and you're green, you can't damage each other. So switching colors is a good way of dodging and also like shooting certain ones. So I'm red right now, as you can see. My only major issue with this game is the controls. Like, they're kind of bad. But other than that, like, they agreed with me. Like, I reached out to them. I really like the game other than that. I like how the shots are offset to show that you have 2 blasters instead of 1. That's really good polish right there. Like, there's not really much I have to say other than the controls. The game feels great. There's a boss that I normally don't reach. Oh, fun fact, the sniper dude, yeah, so the sniper, he never misses. So you have to switch your color in order to dodge him, which I think is really good game design. I've found myself only using L because I don't like having my hands as far apart as J and L. Or I don't like having my fingers as far apart as J and L, so I usually only use L. I think one thing they could do to the balance is that switching is a little too good. So maybe there could be like, you'd get a delayed shot right after you switch, so you wouldn't spam the switch button. So like, your next shot would not come out after you switched, so that it would like benefit not switching as often. But this boss is really freaking cool. I gotta admit, like, I really like this boss, and he actually turns around after you take him out the first time. I probably shouldn't be red. Switch to yellow, Jesus Christ. Yellow is safe for now. Probably shouldn't be red because he's got 2 red things. So I'll try taking out green real quick. So yeah, the cool thing is like trying to get into the mindset of only dodging the ones that are your color, but then I end up dodging all of them just because it's a habit in bullet hell games. But yeah, then the game's endless after that, which is really cool. I like how there's like it'd be great if there was a score system, because like oh, I got hit. Yeah, it also becomes like a lot harder after the boss. But yeah, it'd be great if there was a score system so that the endless would be cool, so you could like keep track of how well you were doing. But I've been recording this single game for 6 minutes, so I'll move on. So last but not least, we have Peach in Love, and this game is like a speed dating game where you play as a peach and there are these other foods that you can talk to, but you only have 60 seconds to gain like a certain amount of EXP by collecting colored like orbs. Yeah, so collect colored balls. You can use 1 ball with up to 2 people, but you can only pick up 1 at a time. Yeah. So, you also can't transfer between rooms. So there are 4 dudes. Excellent, or should I say excellent. Don't pretend that wasn't funny. So, like, this game's really charming. But it's also, like, really difficult to actually, like win. Alright. Gee, thanks. You know what else? Never mind. Alright, give him 1 last blue. Hey, yo, what's crackin'? Sorry, that's not why I'm here. Just been feeling really lonely without you. I don't know if it's because I have no friends or, well, probably the first reason. That's not the point. I just wanted to spend more time with you. Is that okay? Speaking of which, 2 seconds. You gotta hang out this weekend? I need to... No! Alright, I kinda gotta spam through that, but I wanna read it, is the issue. So yeah, I'm gonna showcase more of that. I'm trying to get with Egg Dude. He wants the blues. You never know. I might even teach you a thing or 2 about comedy. You need more laughs in your life, buddy. Awesome, can't wait. See you then. Let's go! Alright. Am I the only one who is speechless? Oh god, what have I done? Alright, so that was the egg ending. But basically there are lots of different endings. You know, one of them is, you know, if you lose, if you run out of time. But you can also fill up the EXP bars of all 4 different characters. And I really like the animations, as I say, while this Peach is being zoomed in. So, like, there's this, like, green bean guy, and there's this, like, pepper. So, it's just really cool. The animations for the characters are, when they idle, are really, really good. I forgot what green bean guy wants, probably yellow. Yeah. Dude, green bean... I don't think I... Okay, green bean guy is hard. I probably won't beat this because I wasn't prepared, but, like, still. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't gotten all the endings. There might be a thing that happens if you get all the endings, which would be kind of cool, but I've only ever finished the game with the egg guy and the guy beside the egg guy. So, yeah, that was Peach in Love. That was the pre-indie game jam, so I hope everyone enjoyed all those games. You can find them in the description if you want to go play them for yourself. All of them are free. And you can go back on my channel and look at a video if you want to find the one that I made. So, see ya.